back to another episode of Talk Your Shine. I'm your host, Destiny, and this is episode 7. This is a space where we talk about the news. I give y'all a little real talk, and I give y'all some advice at the end. So, let's get right on in. Talk your shine, baby. Talk your shine. First up, we're going to get into some firearm news that's been shaking up gun TikTok, gun Twitter, gun everything. All right, because the streets have been talking like Glock is just disappearing.
I call it Operation Clean Up the Streets and Extinct Criminality. Starting November 30th, all Glocks will be discontinued for Glock V models. The only 3 guns that will be left in the Glock category is Glock 43, Glock 43X, Glock 48X. Everything else is getting major updates and drastic changes. The reason being, the kids across America have been converting these handguns into fully automatic weapons. Look at the dude.
Recently, a lot of people have been posting that Glock is discontinuing a huge chunk of their pistols. A lot of people are panicking like they'll be collector items overnight. Videos everywhere titled, "No More Glocks." People running to the store like it's Black Friday. So let me slow it down and give it to you with a little bit less internet drama. Glock has listed multiple models as discontinued on their social sites. That part is real, but here's what they actually mean. It does not mean your Glock is suddenly illegal, worthless, or a museum piece. This kind of move usually means that they're redesigning, transitioning, and they're moving on to a new product line. The big rumor floating around is that Glock is getting ready to roll out a new series. You may have heard of it. It's V Series. It's an updated model with new internal design changes. Why? Because a lot of lawsuits and state laws lately have been targeting guns that are easily to illegally, modify. Y'all, they talking about them switches. It's about the switches. All right? So think of it like this. A car company does it all the time. You know how they take an older year model and they just redesign it to meet the new rules and criteria? It's just like that. It's the same concept. If you already own a Glock, you're fine. Your firearm is still legal in most places, and Glock has already said they will continue to support and service those discontinued models. If you're planning to buy one soon, here's the real effect on how you might feel it. Some models may get hard to find. Prices may creep up depending on your area, and dealers may shift inventory once the new model hits. So you don't have to panic buy unless you are already planning to buy. Don't let the internet pressure your wallets. Bottom line is, Glock isn't going anywhere. They're pivoting, they're modernizing, and they're adjusting to the law. All right, moving on down. Next up, we have some big news in the entertainment and sports world. We have John Cena, one of the most iconic wrestlers. He's retiring. The announcement came in July 2024 when Cena revealed that 2025 will be the final year of him performing in the ring. He said his final match would follow major events like the Royal Rumble, the Elimination Chamber, and WrestleMania 41. So why now? Cena explained that the physical toll has grown, that he's lost a step in the ring, and it's time to shift gears. He also said he wants to be clear, when he walks away, no second return. Now, don't think he's disappearing overnight. He's still wrestling through key dates in 2025. Reports say that his final match isn't part of the usual big pay-per-view fights, but rather a televised show, possibly in December, like near his hometown. What this means for fans is we're witnessing the end of an era. Cena has been the cornerstone of the sport since the early 2000s, really. What this means for wrestling is it's a chance to pass the torch. Cena's decision opens spaces for new stars to rise. For Cena himself, he's ready for the next chapter, maybe Hollywood, his philanthropic work, or just a chance to be normal, A quick takeaway is if you're If you're a casual fan, you'll want to tune in into these last couple of fights. And if you're a diehard fan, it's a moment to reflect on his legacy, on the 17-time world champ, culture icon, someone who left their mark far beyond the ring. And for those of us just watching the world move, change happens. Even legends make time to step off the stage. Cena stepping into this next act, and we get to watch the final chapter of New Beginnings. All right, moving on down. Let's talk traffic laws. Yes, y'all heard me, traffic. Stay with me, because there's a shift happening on our highways that might affect your next commute. States across the U.S. are cracking down on what they call left lane camping. That's when you're in the far left passing lane, cruising along, not passing, and basically holding up the flow. Here's what's going on.
May I ask y'all a question? How many of y'all like to drive down these multi-lane highways, interstate, whatever the case may be, and you like to camp out in that left lane, which is commonly known to a lot of people as the fast lane, the I got ticket money lane, blah, 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 blah. Point is, y'all know the new traffic law for this year, it's passed everything. If you are in that lane for any other reason than just a pass and get right back over in the right lane, you can absolutely be stopped immediately and ticketed for it. If you're driving, you know how a lot of people, we come up on you, say we're trying to get around you or whatever, and you just got two just stuck right there. You know how they do that, especially them 18-wheelers. It's like sometimes they do it just to get a rise out of us. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's illegal now. You cannot do that for any reason except for passing or making a left-hand turn. If you get into it, you get right back out of it or right back over. Either which one. That is actually an RS code now. 3271 RS code. And I think the ticket starts at like $150 and it goes up from there. So y'all be aware of that. Just didn't know if y'all knew that. I actually just learned of that now here a couple days ago. Just updating y'all. What y'all think about it? You get over there in that left lane, don't be camping out.
What's going on in North Carolina? A newly passed bill says you can operate a vehicle in the left lane at a speed that impedes the normal and reasonable movement of a traffic. For example, on a 70 mile per hour, I don't know what's going on today. On a 70 mile per hour highway, you'll need to be moving at least around 60 miles per hour in your lane. A big truck over 26,000 pounds are banned from the leftmost lane on 6-lane highways except when entering or exiting. In Connecticut, starting October 1st, 2026, police will be allowed to ticket drivers who stay in the passing lane without actively passing another vehicle. The law clarifies what camping means and gives departments the ability to install signage and enforce. So y'all, don't be in the left lane if you're not trying to pass somebody. If you're just over there holding up traffic or in the way, get out the left lane. That's for the drivers. If you ain't driving for real, don't be over there because they are starting to give people tickets. In Ohio, they're giving people up to $150 fines the first time they get caught for that. So what does this mean for me and you? If you're in the left lane, you want to be moving with traffic or passing. Hanging out there at a lower speed, you'll risk a fine, well, depending on your state. It's not just about speed, though. It's about purpose. If you're in the left lane but not passing, or the right lane is clear and you're just driving slow, you're basically violating the spirit of the law. And don't get in front of me driving slow. Please get it together. if you want to drive slow, please get in the right lane. For truck drivers and large vehicles, some states are restricted usage of the leftmost lane entirely for heavy trucks unless you're passing or exiting. This is a reminder that when you're in front of others on a highway, however slow your pace, you're affecting lots of people behind you, and it does matter. Don't assume left lane equals free lane. Know your state laws, drive respectfully, move right when you're done passing, and if you have a long commute, this may help you stay out of getting a ticket. All right, that covers the left lane. Let's switch gears. Let's talk pop culture and world impact for just a second, because these two conversations are trending and colliding. Mariah Carey's new Christmas commercial and Black Friday Blackout Matters. Did I say Blackout Matters? Blackout Movement, y'all. So first up, Miss Mariah, yes, the Queen of Christmas herself. She dropped a new holiday commercial, and instead of warming hearts, a lot of people are calling it tone deaf and insensitive. Why? The ad is super glamorous, over the top, full diva mode, but you know that's regular Mariah. But people felt like the timing and tone didn't match the current climate. And I don't know if y'all seen that commercial, but do give it a look. People are dealing with inflation, layoffs, tighter holidays, real life, and when you see a glitzy ad pushing consumers' vibes without acknowledging what people are feeling, it kind of can hit wrong. Now, nobody's trying to cancel Mariah, but it sparks a big conversation about how celebrities and brands show up during hard times. There's a difference between being festive and out of touch. People...
Spill the tea. Who's the thief?
Busted! Bad news, Mariah Carey. The elves are striking this year. Elf revenge for putting us through holiday hell. Santa's helper quit. I'm pawning all this so I can afford elf therapy.
That's my blush, elf boy.
Your lipstick? I'm taking it. Christmas, it's canceled. No bells, no cheer, no glam. Bye, sweetie.
You can't cancel Christmas.
Any last words?
Yeah. It's time!
People want joy, not pressure to spend money that they don't have. And speaking of spending money, let's pivot into the Black Friday movement. This year, there's a growing movement encouraging people to skip Black Friday sales, in-store and online, as a way to stand in solidarity with the working class, calling for better treatment and fair conditions in retail, fulfillment centers, and delivery jobs. Whether you participate or not, the idea behind it is this. Black Friday brings record profits, but the people doing the most work often don't feel the reward. So supporters are saying, let's pause the consumer frenzy and put pressure where it matters. And listen, you don't have to be anti-holiday or even anti-gift to get it. You can still show love, still celebrate, just be mindful how you spend and who you support.
From November 25th, 2025, this year, to December 2nd, they're calling it a mass blackout. Not a march, not a protest, no signs necessary. It's 1 week where we pull our dollars out of the system and see what happens when the economy feels the weight of our absence. Because we've marched, we've begged, most of us voted the right way. And now we're just going to sit back and test the one thing this country truly worships: money. See, this isn't the first time we've tried this, right? Economic boycotts have always been the heartbeat of real change, from Montgomery to Operation Breadbasket. When the buses lost money, segregation fell. When companies realized ignoring Black consumers meant losing profit, they started hiring, promoting, and pandering. History has already shown us that pulling our dollars hits harder than any speech, any march, any protest ever could. The timing isn't random. Black Friday is the biggest spending weekend in America. Billions get poured into corporations that barely reinvest in the communities that made them rich in the first place. So from November 25th to December 2nd, the goal is simple, okay? Buy nothing that doesn't circulate back into us. You hear me? Support small, support local, support Black.
Ways people are supporting include shopping small and local businesses instead of big retail chains, buying from Black-owned or minority-owned businesses, supporting businesses that are ethically ran with ethical labor laws and labor practices, making gifts, handmade gifts. Nothing's wrong with giving somebody something handmade, y'all. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with being crafty. And simply just don't buy nothing on Black Friday. It's not that hard to not spend money for one day. I know y'all can do it. And even if you don't sit out this Black Friday, just being conscious changes the game. Ask yourself, do I want to contribute to burnout culture or invest in people and businesses that align with my values? I don't know about y'all, but I do want to invest in the people. We are the people. Like, y'all see how everything is unfolding. I will be participating. Moving on down. Up next, y'all know I can't have an episode without doing a recall. We have a quick recall on peaches. If you have any in your fridge, you want to check them. Especially if they are the Moonlight Company, they're recalling several of their yellow and white peaches grown in California because they may be contaminated with listeria. And here's what you need to know. The recall covers lots sold between September 16th and October 29th of 2025. It affects peaches sold individually and in multi-packs. If your peaches are labeled Washington or organic, they're not part of the recall. No illnesses have been reported yet, but listeria is serious for pregnant people, seniors, and people with weak immune systems. What you want to do is check your fruit bowls. If it matches the affected labels or lot codes, throw it out or return it. And clean the containers and fridge area because it can be contaminated. If you ate any or are feeling unwell, any flu-like symptoms, fevers, ache, nausea, please seek medical attention. All right, that's it on the peaches. We're going to move on down to our final news topic of the night, which is one of my favorites. So we're moving on down. Miss USA, Miss Mexico, and the pageant walkout. Now, I don't know if y'all seen it, but I did, and I will share a clip if I find a clip.
It's not good. It's a damage for the queen. If you follow the order from your national director, you are damaged.
I don't think it's good.
No, not about you. Not about you. Not about you.
It's not about me. It's about all the people that I represent.
I didn't give you opportunity to talk. Please keep polite for me. I still talking. Listen. I still keep talking to everybody. Why you stand up to talk to me?
Because I have a voice, and it's not for everybody to talk. If you have a problem,
No, you have a voice, but you have to respect.
yeah,
The voice.
you are not respecting me as a woman.
What? No, why you stand up?
Because I have
Where's the gun? Security. No, just leave it here. She stand and she talk by herself.
all the delegates. Stand up. As a woman, we have respect. They need to have respect for us. I'm here representing a country, and it's not my fault that you have problems with my organization.
No.
Listen.
Listen. You must listen to me, and then when I ask you,
This is a show. This is the wrong place.
stop. Security. ปิดประตู Stop.
Let's get into the pageant world because it's not often we see beauty queens putting their crowns down and walking out. But lately, it's been happening loudly and publicly. First, earlier this year, Miss USA resigned her title, and so did Miss Teen USA. Shortly after, anytime two title holders walk away at the same time, something deeper is going on. Makes it a little suspicious. Even the internet started to notice. They both mentioned mental health, well-being, and personal values as a reason, not a scandal, but a statement. And now we're seeing heat in the international pageant world too, including Miss Mexico and other contestants walking out during competition events to protest how things were being handled behind the scenes. From concerns about professionalism and contested treatment to fairness and organization, they said, nope, we're not doing it. And I definitely commend these girls for standing up, okay? It was a powerful message because a few years back, the narrative in pageants was smile, look perfect, and say nothing. But these women are saying titles don't mean much if respect, ethics, and mental health aren't part of the package. It shows a shift. Beautiful beauty pageants aren't just about gowns and crowns anymore. They're about identity, voices, and values. And if an organization doesn't align with that, people are walking out publicly, as they should, because these things definitely should have always mattered. And here's what I want to give the girls flowers for walking away from something that looks glamorous on the outside but feels wrong on the inside. It takes strength. When the world sees a crown, but you feel pressure, disrespect, or your boundaries being crossed, choose yourself. That's really the win. Because we live in a culture where people will stay in an unhealthy situation just to hold a title or keep an image. But these women said, my peace is greater than your platform. And it reminds all of us, whether it's a job, a title, a relationship, a spotlight, if it costs your well-being, it's too expensive. So shout out to the contestants for taking their power back, using their voices, and showing the world that confidence isn't just walking across the stage. Sometimes it's walking away from something you once wanted. All right, let's move on because the shine don't stop. Moving on to our next segment. Talk your shine, baby. Talk your shine. All right, let's get into it. I recently saw this video. Y'all know where I saw it at on TikTok. There was this blind girl who went out to the club with her friend. And everything seemed fine. She was dancing, enjoying the night, having a good time. But here's where it went sideways. Her friend decided she was done. Why? Because she felt like the blind girl was having fun, dancing with a man. So, without checking in, without making sure she was safe, she left. She just walked out on her and left her behind. Now, let's break it down. First, it's not okay. Being a friend isn't about being convenient or jealousy. If someone is having a good time, it doesn't mean you can just bail and leave them there. How could you just bail and leave your friend? And second, like, she was vulnerable. Like, she's blind. Your friend can't see. How could you even walk away and feel comfortable leaving your friend that can't see in this big, overly crowded nightclub? Even if she could see, how could you just walk off and leave your friend? Like, this is not a minor inconvenience. This could have got real dangerous and real, just out of control really fast. Leaving somebody behind
See
is
light.
not okay.
I cannot see colors. I cannot see shadows. It is completely fucking dark for me. And sometimes you want to depend on your friends. And you depend on people that you trust. And some of these bitches don't mean you well. There are people out there. There are people out there, y'all, that just mean bad. And you have to choose your friends wisely, okay? I thought I had a friend. But this bitch gets mad at me. And she leaves me on the dance floor at a nightclub by myself, okay? Do y'all know what that feels like? I was so afraid. We went out to go see DJ Mustard because he was spinning in Vegas. If y'all follow me, you know I love partying. I love to get out. I went with my friend who I thought was my friend. And the night started off well. We were excited. We were drinking. We were having fun. And this guy started dancing with me. Some notable football player. I don't know his name. I honestly don't fucking care because I can't see him anyway. So we're dancing. And, you know, I guess she wasn't dancing with anybody. So she slowly, like, comes and, like, moves me out of the way and, like, starts dancing with him instead. I don't mind. It's no big deal. I don't go to clubs for hookups. I go to just have fun. So it was no big deal. Eventually, I guess he leaves. I don't know what happened because I kind of started dancing with another guy. There was plenty to choose from. And we were just dancing for a while. I mean, the music was fun. We were really juking, you know. And after maybe like an hour, maybe somewhere between 45 minutes and an hour, I can't be sure, I noticed that my friend wasn't, like, she didn't speak to me at all. Usually when we're in the club, we dance, we lean over, we talk to each other, that kind of thing. It was quiet, so I, like, kind of was feeling around, trying not to look like I can't see, but kind of like I know what her dress feels like, so kind of like feeling people around me, like, without them noticing. And she wasn't there. So I take my phone out of my bag and I turn up the volume so it can read to me. And I hear my phone speaking to me, and it puts out a text message, or it's reading a text message, and it says, "I'm sorry, get home safe, I left." And I'm listening to the shit over and over again, like she's gone. So I'm in a full-blown panic. I'm in this mega nightclub on a dance floor, drunk, by myself.
Go somewhere with somebody, make sure you leave with them. If you weren't having fun, just communicate with your friend. Tell your friend, "Hey girl, I'm not feeling it. I'm ready to call it a night." Or, "Are you ready to go?" You know what I'm saying? Even if she's not, like, you can't pull out your phone and just go sit at the bar real quick and let your friend enjoy her time out for a few minutes. If you can't, it's time to go home. But you need to let her know you're ready to go as well. I say all this to say, if you're going out with someone who may need support, even if they don't need support, stay aware, stay present, and check in. If you genuinely need to leave, make sure they are safe. And my thing is, even if they say that they're safe, I'm not leaving you. Baby, we came together, we're leaving together. Anyone listening who's been left behind in any situation like this, your feelings are valid. You didn't do anything wrong. You were enjoying yourself, and you deserve friends who are there for you. No one who abandoned you, no one who's your real friend will abandon you, okay? Don't let jealousy ruin your friendship, impatience ruin your friendship, and just disrespect. Be there for each other, stand up for each other, look out for each other, and don't leave each other behind. I've been seeing too many stories left and right about friends just leaving each other behind. Hang out with your crew. You know what I'm saying? If that's your friend, that's your friend. Hang out with them. Make sure they're making it where they said they was going. Y'all said y'all was going out. Okay. Y'all going back in together too. Y'all stay safe. Be respectful. Be reliable. Have boundaries. And just celebrate each other. Go out. Have a good time. Enjoy each other. And just be there for each other. You only have one life, and you don't always get that many friends. Please be there for the ones that you do get. All right. Remember, let's love each other, support each other, and move on down to the next topic. our last topic of the night. Talk your shine, baby. Talk your shine. This is the advice column. And the question, low-key a statement. I feel stuck in life. I want to grow, but I don't know where to start. First, you want to start by just kind of taking a deep breath, taking it in, and just, hey, realizing where you at. Write down where you are. Write down what you truly want and where you want to go next, where you see yourself going, what you align with, what your purpose is. Let's start small. Like, let's say you just want to be happy, or you just want to find peace, or, it doesn't have to be a really big goal. Just set you a little goal. Write it down. Write down some steps that you can take to get you closer to that. If I stop doing this year, or if I start doing this would make me happy. Write down stuff like that. Start putting finances to the side so that you can finance the goals that you're trying to create. Hey, if you know going out and having a good time with your friends make you happy, you gotta have a little change to do that. Just save you a little bit of money to the side. Or if you want to open a business, start taking notes. Write a little, in your journal. Hey, I want to start this business. I need these supplies, or I need these set of skills so that I can do it. Like, just set little goals. Take notes. Just do everything one step at a time. Like, you don't have, slow motion is gonna get you there. Slow motion is better than no motion. Take your time, take a breath, and just really lock in. Be consistent. I know sometimes you be like, "Ooh, I want to do this," and then you be like, "Okay, I still want to reach my goals, but I'm tired today. I don't think I'm gonna do it, or I'll just do it tomorrow." Girl, get up out that bed and do it today. Whatever you set your mind to, you need to do it each and every day. Get up and reach them goals. You got to get up and take care of business. That's the only way you're going to be consistent. That's the only way you're going to get what you need. That's the only way you're going to get where you want to go. Be consistent. Set them goals. Write in that journal. And put you some money to the side for success. I hope I answered your question. And, oops, I don't know if it's stopped recording or not. I hope I answered your question. And that's all I really have for y'all tonight. Sometimes God doesn't move us because he's waiting on us to make the first move. So get in the field, y'all. All right, so you don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to get it started. So show up for yourself and do something to get you present and headed towards the right path of success this week, y'all. All right, thank y'all for listening. This was episode 7 of Talk Your Shine. If this blessed you, made you think, or made you laugh, share it with somebody else that need a little bit of light. All right, if y'all like this, don't forget to like or subscribe. Well, no, do both, like and subscribe. All right, don't forget, we don't settle, we don't shrink, but we shine. All right, I love y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful night. Y'all, I was gonna say what lace, but I got a little too close and the lights a little light. But the hair was cute, y'all. I did do it. The curls is gone now, per usual. But I tried to eat it up. Good night, y'all.